So Ashes of Creation have shown off a series of updates recently that has really piqued my interest. It started with the UE5 reveal, then the weather systems demonstration, and then the basic weapon attack showcase. And after seeing just these 3 videos alone, I gotta say I'm pretty hyped for this game. And I don't even know all the systems yet. All I know is the owner, maybe he's the game director, I'm not really sure. His name's Steven Sharif, is a former archeage player. And I've put a few thousand hours into archeage myself, and a few dollars as well. And after that misadventure and a bunch more family obligations, I've turned my attention to more casual friendly games like SWTOR and Guild Wars 2. And as a PvPer, I wanted the MMO feeling PvP without the crazy grind or pay to win elements of archeage. Obviously, I had to make a trade-off of less open world PvP and instead playing more balanced instance PvP like battlegrounds and arenas. And honestly, it's been pretty fun. However, Ashes has sparked my interest in open world PvP again, but I find myself in a bit of a conundrum. How can Ashes, which by many accounts is a hardcore game, implement an open world system of PvP that will be fair and appeal to a broad audience, to a casual player like myself? Everywhere I look, people keep saying this game is going to be a niche game, and the term not for everyone keeps getting thrown around. Now look, obviously I know a game can't literally be for everyone, but MMORPGs are always better the more players they have. So here's where the conundrum comes into play. Games that set out to find a niche audience are usually games with small budgets that set realistic expectations for themselves, and they usually target a genre that is considered niche rather than making a niche game inside a popular genre. Now the question is, do Intrepid Studios want a large audience? Of course. But unlike Intrepid, smaller developers deal with constraints that many times automatically rule them out of larger markets. Of course, there are always exceptions to every rule, such as, some small mobile game developers going viral, but the mobile market is a whole different beast. Steven Sharif, from my understanding, was very successful in business before founding Intrepid Studios. I think he was so successful actually that he's, funding the majority of Ashes of Creation itself, which is kind of insane. So I would assume Steven is accustomed to winning. And when you put out to make an MMO, I think you want to make a great game and also make a bit of cash. I know I'm making a lot of assumptions, but I doubt he wants to sink millions of dollars into Ashes for it to be a niche game. From the few live streams that I've watched, the vibe is that Steven has a healthy ego. I'm thinking he wants to crush the genre and leave a legacy of what an MMO game should be. The outcome he wants is in the title, MMO, massively multiplayer online game. He is making Ashes to show the rest of the genre that he knows better than them, and he wants to attract a massive amount of players to validate his ideas and design choices. This logically points to the fact that Intrepid does not want Ashes of Creation to be a niche game inside the MMO market. They want to be the biggest dog in the genre. So as I start my journey down the Ashes of Creation rabbit hole, I hope to be able to solve this conundrum. How can Ashes of Creation be a hardcore experience that also caters to the casual players like myself? I will be looking to discover the systems and design choices that might shed some light on this topic. And from what I've seen so far on the forums is that if you aren't hardcore, just go craft or gather or do something not related to player combat. But that doesn't sound appealing to me. I am actually a PvPer, but I have limited time. Can I have a meaningful experience in PvP in Ashes of Creation? I want to know if there will be instance PvP content where gear and stats are normalized. Will in-game gear be unbelievably grindy to acquire, or will it be within reach of the casual player? When I've had discussions with friends over the years about what our ideal MMO would look like, I'm sure you guys have had these same talks with your friends. My ultimate wish would be if Archeage and Guild Wars 2 had an MMO baby. Open world PvP with consequences, like open world trade routes and resource loss potential, married with no or very little in the way of gear grind. I think making gear the carrot on a stick is becoming an outdated system, and not a good way to engage players to stay in your game anymore. And maybe that's a topic for another video. But even getting gear in WoW isn't enough anymore, and they're introducing dragon riding, which is about as casual as it gets. So give us rewards and carrots to chase that are related to the consequences of a fair and balanced open world PvP system. That would be my ideal scenario. Don't determine the outcome of the fight before the fighting even starts, because there's a massive gap in the strength of gear. Maybe my desire though for this type of system is actually what's niche, and maybe you guys will trash me in the comments, but I think there are more and more MMO players like me who just want to get straight to the fun, right? And a tedious, boring gear grind just isn't the play anymore. So my request to the Ashes loyalists out there who have been following the game from the beginning is there hope for a casual PvPer like me in Ashes of Creation? What system can you guys point me to that will ease my fears and give me some much needed copium? After seeing the UE5 and weather update, listen, I truly want to spend my handful of gaming hours every night in the world of Ashes of Creation. But will Ashes respect my time as a casual PvPer at this stage of my life? Let me know in the comments below. If you're interested in going on this Ashes of Creation new follower journey with me, hit that subscribe button to see what I discover next. Point me to the resources you guys think will help me along this path to Ashes of Creation enlightenment. Thank you guys. I'll see you in the next one.